Welcome to the virtual Big Buddy Summer Program. I am your acting instructor, Miss Andrea with Sela Productions Incorporated. I'm so glad you decided to join me on today. So, 6th through 8th graders, we're going to do improv today. So there's no talking in this activity. The purpose of this activity is to use your imagination. It's very important in acting to create a scenario that is believable. So if you, the actor, believes that that's the scene and that's what's going on, then your audience will believe it. So, are you ready to get started? I can't hear you. Are you ready to get started? Are you ready to learn about drama? Are you ready to learn about acting? Awesome. So here we go. So our activity today is called What's in a Bag? Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is, our scenario is, we are preparing for the first day of school. So it's either a drag to some or it's exciting to others. Whatever it is, that's what we're going to do for you today. So, what's in the bag? So it's the first day of school and you're preparing for your class. So you're going to put all of your items, they're spread across the floor in your room. You're going to put your items in your bag. You have a stomach ache, and you are getting your outfit ready for school. So those are the three things. You're getting your outfit ready for school, you have your items to put in your book bag, but you have a stomach ache. So what does that look like? So I'm going to demonstrate it, and you're going to act it out as well. So here we go. Oh. Okay, boys and girls. So, again, you had a stomach ache. So you can see my stomach was hurting. So that's why I had the facial expressions of pain, sometimes anger, sometimes disgust. I was putting my items in my book sack, and I was dusting off for school because I'm getting ready to go to school. It's the first day. So I don't want to be dirty, but my stomach was hurting. That's why I was rolling on the ground. Okay, so I want you to try. But this time, your scenario is a basketball game, okay? So you're at a big playoff game with your friends. You're sitting in the stands above your parents, and your sister is playing on the court, and she just hit the game-winning jumper. All right? So that's your scenario. So you get your props ready, whatever you use at the pom-poms at the basketball games, water bottles, Gatorade, all of that. Get your props ready. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll give you 10 seconds to get your props so you can act out what you do at a basketball game. And I'm going to get mine too. Got my water. 5 more seconds. Okay, so here goes. And remember, no talking in this exercise. The purpose, again, is to imagine your environment. You're at the basketball game. Your sister just hit the game-winning jumper. You're in the stands with your friends. So here's what that should look like. Or for me, here's what that looks like. Here's what I visualize. All right, So my emotion the entire time was excitement. Okay? Who wouldn't be excited if their sister or brother hit the game-winning shot for the team? Okay? And you're in the stands with your friends to celebrate. How awesome is that? Right. Okay. So what does yours look like? Were you excited? Were you sad because you didn't want to be there? What was your emotions during the basketball game? Okay. Whatever you decide, it's fine because it's all about your imagination. Again, acting is the essence of being somebody that you're not, but making it believable for your audience. So that's what you want to do when you create these environments. Use your imagination and make it convincing for your audience. Okay? So our last scenario is the doctor's office. I hate the doctor's office. What about you? Maybe you like it. I don't like the doctor's office. There's all kind of needles. There's people asking you questions. Okay, so here we go. So you are trying out for the soccer team and you have to get a physical. Okay? So you're at the doctor's office to get your physical. The nurse comes in with a tray of needles. Okay? She has to take your blood. And then you also have to give a specimen. Okay, so we ready? So here's what that looks like for me at the doctor's office. Let me get a chair. Okay, so here goes. Okay, so I don't like needles. So when the nurse came in with the needles, I was terrified of the needles. So much so, I did not want her to give me a shot. So what you saw me doing was actually not putting my arm out to get the shot, then complying to give the shot. Then, of course, after you draw blood, you have to raise your arm up so that the flow can go back to normal. Okay? So what does it look like for you? Are you scared of needles? Or maybe you don't mind needles. Maybe you're scared of something else at the doctor's office. Maybe you're not scared at all. Maybe you're a trooper. What does that look like for you? Again, use your imagination. Think of yourself walking into the doctor's office with mom or dad, signing in the waiting area, then being called back, then being informed that you have to get a shot as part of your physical. So that's all things that you could use your imagination. You think of things around you, sitting at the dinner table with your family. What's going on at the dinner table? Who's talking? Who's not talking? Who's eating their food? Who's not eating their food? Who's feeding their food to the dog under the table? All of these things you can take into account. All of these things pay attention to in your environment. They're all important when you're acting. Great. So our last scenario for the day, we're going to do what I just said. We're going to do the kitchen table. So the dinner table is so much going on, especially if you have siblings, right? So what sibling are you? Are you eating your food at the dinner table? Are you shuffling it to your brother or sister? Or are you feeding the dog under the table? I eat my food. I don't know about you, but I like to eat. So here's what that looks like for me. So, I've had enough. I've eaten my share of food. I got seconds I shooed the dog from underneath the table. I told mom that the dinner was great, and then I was full at the end. So what does your dinner table look like? Can you act like other people at the dinner table? Does dad eat too fast? Does mom never sit down to eat because she's always feeding everybody else? What does your dinner table look like? Next time you're having dinner with your family, pay attention and act out each character at the table. Make it a game with your family. Make it a game even with your friends when they come over. Act out and imitate everyone's behavior. And remember, no talking. So, that's all we have for today. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson. And thank you so much again with C-Law Productions Incorporated. My name is Miss Andrea, your acting instructor. And thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon.